Good day, lords and ladies. Welcome back to Rimworld, Medieval Far From Home. Last episode, got some defences set up, things were improved, and we're just pobbling along, really. So let's get down to it. What are we going to do next? Oh, we need to get some wood, that's for a start. Just dealt with a wild boar Curzon. This is the issue that well, not an issue, but like I've been thinking about this for a while, about this, the way that this series has played out. And I have to admit, I've never played with Combat Extended before I did this series. I'd heard a lot about it, but I'd never played with it. Now that I have played with it, it's one of those things where I think it's very nice to have if you're playing like with the full range of like tech levels. With this setting, I think what I'd probably do would be to turn off, in hindsight, maybe because you can turn off the requirement of having ammo in the game, so you just have the combat mechanics rather than having the ammo, which maybe is something I could do next time. There is the problem I have is that though Combat Extended is nice, it comes with a whole host of its own issues. Predominantly the fact that it doesn't play well with other mods. If I was going to pick an issue that I have with this mod pack, it's that Combat Extended, I think half the issues I've had, like behind the camera, making sure that the game still functions, half of it comes down to the fact that other mods just really dislike Combat Extended. I must be one of the other things I do dislike is that I know that the Combat Extended basically fiddles very heavily with the combat system as the name implies. One of the things it does do, which is really quite a change around, is how armor works. So you actually have to have your weapons have a degree of armor penetration, not a percentage, but basically a thickness that they can penetrate. And if you're wearing armor that's over a certain thickness, you can't get through it with. Well, you can't do like serious injury through it on weapons, which is fine. Don't get me wrong, but this becomes problematic when you think about it from the fact that if you're not playing in a setting for like this one, for example, where I'm stuck at a certain tech level, it means that we can't have anything beyond that tech level, which makes sense, considering. But it means that then I have to put a ton of mods in to prevent things from spawning in, like the mechanoids or other things. They can't be in the mod pack because it's pointless. We can't stand up to the mechanoids. We can't stand up to anyone using like modern weapons either. I don't know. Like, I think this is the reason why with my next series of I'm thinking of doing for Rimworld, I changed it out to a mod pack that yes does add ammo, but it's a much simpler system and it's purely just there for cosmetic effect, which I'm fine with. It's one of those things where I wanted to have the ammo because I like that slightly more. I like that slightly. That's a degree of realism where you have ammo. It's relatively straightforward to produce, and you can just stockpile it. I just like that kind of thing. I must admit, like, it was one of the things I always wanted to do. I wish I could always have played Dwarf Fortress, but I always found base Dwarf Fortress graphics to be something that I just couldn't really get used to. And I know there's basically reskins that you can get, so like modifications you can get for Dwarf Fortress that allow you to have a much more pretty looking Dwarf Fortress. but I'm waiting for it to come out on Steam. Hopefully one day when it is finally released on Steam. But that's the thing. It's one of those things where I like having a higher degree of like realism. I like having ammunition because it means you have to think about your production change and storage and that kind of thing, rather than having just a submachine gun that can fire for all eternity. What's that thing healing up from? Got a burn? How do you get burned? Struck by lightning, perhaps? Possible. Right. But yeah, like I said, and the caravan is back. If I could go back in time, I probably wouldn't have used combat extended. I probably would have used some. I probably would have used the. Oh no! It's the man trap. No, my precious horse. Poor baby. I will patch you up. But yeah, like things I wish I could have done differently. Probably used a different. Well, I probably wouldn't have gone with combat extended. I probably would have used a different mod purely just to do with the fact that fixing the mod pack afterwards is so much easier. But yeah, like I've learned a lot. One thing I will say from playing this is that I've learned a lot of how to use combat extended. It's a shame that like the one mod pack I wish I could have used it in. Like I would have loved to have done a Warhammer 40k series and used. Where are the horses? I wish I could have had though. I wish there was a 40k mod pack I could have used, and used combat extended, because there's some really nice, like Adeptus Mechanicus and all that kind of stuff. There's some really nice ones. We've got plumbing finished. Can you reach that project? Why is no one coming to tend the animals? Okay, who can do doctoring and who can do animals? Does Grasshopper, can Grasshopper do it? Juice is doing it. Oh, nope. You can do it. But no, like I learnt a lot. My next foray into Rimworld will hopefully be a lot more fluid than this one. Though this mod pad works, I learnt a lot of things along the way. Right, so we're going to have composting, co-production. Let's grab noble apparel, and we'll then grab composting. We have hygiene now. I picked up basic water towers and stuff like that. A well, water butt, water wheel. We put a well in here. Where can we hoard water? Very simple little pump. I mean, they had water pumps. This is not an unusual thing in the medieval period to have. But if we wanted to put it down, where could we put it? That makes sense. We had it set up here. I suppose having something out here would make sense, because then we could actually set up a proper sort of like bathhouse. Yeah, see, like bathtub. So let's do something like that. Get a well set up. Yeah, let's get a well set up. Problem is, actually, now if I think about it, with the sheer amount of people we'd have to have like several of them going at once. That might not be the best idea. Get the hair. Oh dear. Those Boomalope are in a lot of trouble. Infection. Okay, that's not great. Grasshopper. Going to be careful of this because these things are going to blow up. Okay. Need to grab some people. Do another bout of basically confusion. Can't help him. Why is that? Okay. Good here. This guy's about to explode. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Get the fire out, please. Oh, no, really. Put the fire out, quick. Thought that one had already died. Bitten off, or bit off his... Oh, that's... I was going to say, I thought my colonists suddenly had bites. You know what? Just fire at that boomlope. You can go and clean it up. People being burnt was not something I'm happy with. Really not. That I could have handled that so much better. You get money up. Don't know how to get money up. Still making a ton of top hats. Oh, we didn't even get around to doing the top hats, do we? Oh, we hadn't. So my plan was to make top hats. I obviously hadn't researched top hats yet. Rightio. So we're coming on. We're gonna get some smoke leaf generated. Get some smoke leaf generated, and then we'll basically craft it into joints, and then we can sell the joints. Oi. This is the thing, like zone. Clear all, critical. There we go. I mean, I'm just trying to think. Like, this is the thing. Like, having looked back upon this mod pack that I made, which is the first one I ever did publicly, there are things I would do differently. Maybe you put in medieval overhaul rather than the medieval mod I got currently going. And there's a patch there's basically something similar to medieval, the medieval narrator. I can't remember what his name is. But basically the storyteller we have, which basically limits tech, there's a similar mod that basically does the same thing, but it means that it also does it for factions, to limit tech and factions. So we could have had like the royalty pack DLC and have like the medieval and have like the empire, but have it as medieval. That would have been really cool to have. That could have been really cool to have. These are all the things you think about after you've done a series. How you could have improved it differently. Perfection on who? Oh, really? Only 12%. No, okay. Medicine. Juice. Why is Juice doing medicine? Not set to medicine, is he? Where's Grasshopper? Okay, this is bad. You started a social fight in the hospital. Okay, fine, great. Like, guys, go nuts, beat each other up. We're in the middle of a pressing situation, but don't worry about that. Yeesh. Who needs treatment? You do. Come rest, you fool. Sometimes it's like herding cats, this game. This game is like herding cats. Right. Let's get that in. Okay. But this is the thing. I've enjoyed this. Like, I'm not going to lie, it's had its ups and downs, but I have enjoyed doing this series. The next one is going to be very different, higher tech levels, all that kind of thing. But looking back on this mod pack, if I could do things differently, yes, I would. Without a doubt. I would definitely do a lot of things differently. It's... As I said, I'd have had a different storyteller, maybe had a different medieval mod pack. Put in more different terrain types, more animals. Got the medieval, like the Empire faction, to basically be medieval, so we could have engaged with them. That would have been really cool to do. But these are the things that you think about after the event, if you're being honest. Right. There's the giant statue. So where do we put that? Art. This work bears the image of several razors. The whole image is a depiction of a carefully arrangement of 4 lines. Okay, how much does that cost? 1,560. Okay. Can't put it here. Let's put it out. I mean, we could technically put it here. Put it in the actual mausoleum. That might be good. Put it in the actual mausoleum. So it's the first thing they see when they go in. Make it an extremely impressive tomb. Okay, so what's his problem? Have a ranged weapon. Okay, that's been installed. Right, question is, do I want to make a proper bathhouse? If we do, I want to make a proper bathhouse. We could do it right here, we do have the water for it. How much could we pull out the ground? With only wind pumps, not a ton. It's possible. I mean, this does affect hygiene. Does it? No, it doesn't. Okay. Noble apparel done. So I will go and say, make us... Everyone has top hats. Top hats for days. We have enough plain leather to do it. Do it that. And make... Yeah, make 31 top hats. I mean, the benefit of having a proper, like, bathhouse here, but let's think about it. If we do it, let me say, okay. Put a couple of pumps in, get groundwater up. So if we cancel that, say, okay, we're just going to use one pump. It's just going to be ice water. Because I don't like, though this gives us much more capacity, I don't like it being there. So if we put it there, maybe put another one in there, a couple of wind pumps down here, and a water tower, and a couple of wind pumps. And the problem is, like, how... What is it? Power? Does it run on electricity? Does it work? Like, do we have to build the... If we had the problem is, if we had to build the wind pump next to it, that's going to cause a lot of issues. Because we'll have to put it down here if that's the case. Actually, to be honest, we're going to put a well in. It should be probably here where we get the most capacity. Then we could also use this. Put that in there, set up a way of collecting the water and maybe pipe it over to here to make it into a bathhouse. Or extend this, make it a proper bathhouse or something. With a sauna attached on the side. How's our infection? It's even at the moment. We should be able to beat it out. If push comes to shove, I can always say use really good medicine. Okay, so that's getting built up. Oi. Okay. Wood looks okay. That got built up. That's been built up. There we go. Get those in. Stops the enemy just quite so easily walking up to our defences. Right. Also, when I think about it, one of the few things I do dislike about Combat Extended, is the fact is that when you come to difficulty, beyond a certain level, Combat Extended becomes unbelievably brutal. So it needs to have that being pumped. Okay. Because obviously, this is the thing, which is that like I had a game playing in the background, which is basically the game I use to test out the mod list. And one of the things I did discover on it was the fact that like beyond a certain level of difficulty, this becomes nearly impossible to play, especially when you get to a size like this, because you have like 100 size raid, and because of the way Combat Extended, because if you're not using guns, like a group like this can't hold off that amount of people. You just get swarmed by numbers. Single water pump. Okay, so how do I connect it? There we go. What do we want to use? Put that down there. And we'll have the pump pumping out to a water tower. We'll make it out of wood. We'll put... Yeah, we'll put one here. Okay. Someone cut down that tree, please. Get all that all set up. Pump some groundwater out. Maybe make a bathhouse. Okay, so it's... should be collecting water. Here we go. Yeah. But because this is... of course, because we're blocking and... blocking that. What am I thinking? Medical emergency. Okay, they're in a bit of trouble. Okay, so where's Grasshopper? Rush to the aid, Grasshopper. Just as we get raided. They'll attack immediately. Okay. How many groups are we looking at? Okay. You guys get inside. Now. As do you. They're attacking immediately. Disallow. So they're coming from multiple directions. Most of them coming from here, though. Okay. Get into defensive positions. Robbers out of it. Actually, consciousness being had a relatively good injection, so you could stay out of it. Rest, where is everyone? How many people do we have nearby on the front line that we can actually get into combat positions? Not a lot. Get down here, please. The 3 people that are rushing down here, can any of them use guns? You can. Okay, so you need to get down here. Okay, John, you need to get down to the defensive line. You need to get... I need to get someone down here as quickly as I can. The fact that you're armed with a gun hurts. No. Whip it. Go pick up 30 musket balls. You can put them back after you're done. Down on the line. You get down the line as well. We're almost here. What are you idiots doing? You've got to guard up here in case they come through. Okay, we've got enough people down here covering this area. Get up here. Okay. Right, you get there so you don't shoot your own people in the back. Shoot this person, please. Being attacked by tribals. Okay. Robert, it's a shame that you're still out of it. I don't dare get you up. Okay, so is there anybody floating around that I can use that hasn't actually... You get on that. You're fine. Okay. You can get down here. Shoot him, he's closest. So they're trashing that up there as usual. Okay. Shoot this person in the back. Okay, so they're fleeing in that direction. Still got a ton of them outside the walls. Okay. Get down there and shoot that person. You're not good at you're okay at shooting. You put a musket ball through his torso. That's working there, setting them on fire at least. We got another available. Grand Chief of Milan asks for your help, has been harassing his settlements. He wants you to help use signals to draw them towards you. If she does, Philum will activate a site nearby that harasses you. There's a smoke spewing machine that will bleach smoke out of the whole region. Also, there's an enemy outpost that's guarded by 6 subjects and may have an unknown threat. This site will remain until you destroy it. You get Psylink, chain shotgun, slate meditation throne, gold, healing enhancers, a lot of stuff here. That might be worth picking it up. You can't use the chain shotgun, even actually it's legendary, so it would be worth a lot of money, which would get our Cornish value up. This actually... a lot of people are fleeing. Okay. Nasty little raid. Didn't we have a throne given to us? So one of the pack animals, wasn't it? Swear we got given a throne. But yes, do we want to take this quest? 6 subjects, which will be it will bleach a smoke spewing machine. It will bleach smoke over the whole region, so we will actually have to go out and destroy it. 6 subjects, which means there will be 6 people there. We at least need to take at least 6 people, maybe 8, deal with it. There may be an unknown threat. It will remain until we destroy it. Euroformer, some really advanced bionic implants. And the value of them is good. That's 1,380. Just trying to figure out, like they say, they know the value here is basically saying what this thing is worth. Why is so that's valued the same price? Maybe grab this, take this one, because we can still have them installed in people. I think, even though we wouldn't be able to use them. Well, we wouldn't install them because we don't know how to. This is a heretical technology. But from a gaming perspective, this would get our colony's wealth up. Does anybody here want to try and save in the scant few minutes that they still have alive? After we put musket balls into most of them. I mean, most of them are just like straight up dead. Like, that guy isn't, but he's not worth taking really. Nope, not going to deal with muscular parasites. Thank you very much. That one just deader than the proverbial dodo because he's missing a lung. Asthma, right arm shot off. He's maybe worth taking. Staggeringly ugly. Underground is sedentary and cold lover. Maybe. I mean, as you can see here, like we were able to fight off this raid without too much issue. There were a lot of them. So there was a lot of them. So I'm just trying to figure out how many there were. The ones that are fleeing there are 20 of. There were 40, actually, just these guys. How many of the ones nearby are dead? We killed a few, we could kill a few of them. There's probably like 40 to 50 people that were here, give or take, maybe a little bit less. So you had to kill half of the groups to make them flee, and if there were 20 running around, so it's about 40 odd people running around the map. And like, we can deal, like, that, I will say these were just tribals, so it's not a massive issue. But if it was a bigger group, we probably would have had a harder time. I don't think there's anybody we particularly want to take unless we want to grab people just for their innate value. Some of them might not survive. Then we had to deal with getting rid of them, but that's something for next time. So far, we're doing fine. I put a pipe down. That's low on water. That's coming up online. That's working fine. But yeah, like, this is the thing. Have to think of ways to get our colony value up. So we take that mission and we have to go and destroy that smoke generator that's pumping out, which I think we will do. 4 subjects. No point taking the shotgun because we can't use it at all, even though it's worth an absolute staggering amount of money. I think we already have a throne floating around we could install, so let's grab this next time, and then we'll go and deal with it, because we want to get it done quickly, because obviously it will be spewing out smoke at the time when we want to basically be harvesting crops. I've been Cornish-Knight, this has been Rimworld Medieval Far From Home, and I'll see you all again next time. Goodbye.